Welcome back to my channel. My name is Neeraj Lahoti. You're watching Neeraj Dequats. So today, a significant data was released during the market hours. A data from AMFI, that is Association for Mutual Funds in India, have released a data which shows a pattern of inflows and outflows in the mutual fund industry as a whole. So that's a very important data that you'll have to note on. Uh, so we'll go through the data and you'll understand each and everything in the data that is there. Really important, watch the video till the end. You'll understand every bit of thing that I tell you in this video. So starting with the net inflows for this month. Okay, if you can, I'll zoom in for you, sorry. So if you can see this column, 40,063 crores. So these are net inflows or outflows. So net inflows or outflow over the month, total inflows and outflows are around 40,000 crore. So this is down about, I think last month, January, it was about 1 lakh crore, 1.2. I'll show you the comparison in the later part. So net inflow is 40,000 crore. Now, net inflow includes all the equity schemes, the debt scheme, the hybrid schemes, and all. Okay, ETFs also. So that's why we'll see the scheme wise or we'll see the classification wise, whether it's equity or debt or hybrid. We'll go classification wise. Okay, first coming to debt scheme, these are debt schemes, so there'll be outflow for sure in this. So there's an outflow of 6,525 crores this month. We'll see what was the inflow or outflow for the last month, but with this flow for this month, February, there's an outflow of 6,525 crores. Okay, so that's first outflow for debt schemes. We are really not bothered about it. That's why I am not taking a much time. We'll come back to equity now. Equity oriented scheme. So we'll see what is the inflow or the outflow. There's inflow. So this is 47th consecutive month. There's an inflow for equity funds. But however, there's a dip from month on month. Last month there was around 38,000 crore or 39,000 crore around inflow. That's a dip month on month comparison. Even in the last month, when you compare it with the December month for the January, there was a dip. So consecutive 2 months dip month on but straight consecutive 47th month where you see inflow in the mutual funds. Okay, so equity oriented mutual funds. Okay, so that is a very significant data that shows you the investor confidence is still in the markets. But then, however, there's a dip from December to February. When you come, there's a dip in month on month. Now, why is that dip? We all know because of the crash in the markets. Really new investors, they kind of feel my money is going out and they redeem it. Okay, so that's how it works for them. So that is the mistake that you should not do. We'll discuss that, but then we'll see category wise which category goes the highest inflows. If you see thematic funds. Okay, thematic funds got the highest investments or inflows of 5,750 odd crores, and then the highest collection after that was, I think it's for the flexi cap. It would come in the this one here, flexi cap, flexi cap fund. Yeah, flexi cap, if you see 5,104 crores. So after 5,700 crores, this is 5,100 crore for flexi cap. So thematic funds invest in a particular theme or a sector, for example, banking sector, for example, pharma as a sector. So that's thematic funds got the highest inflows of 5,700 crores. Maybe many of the people who have attracted to only one particular sector have invested in that. So I am totally against that, but then still there are inflows, highest number of inflows. It saw about 65% increase in the inflows in the your thematic funds. Okay. FlexiCap funds, again, FlexiCap as a category is really good. So there's a second highest investment in the FlexiCap category. That's about 5,100 odd crores. Then there is for the mid cap and the small cap, I think mid cap is around 7,000 to 3,700 crores. And then for the large cap mid cap, it is around 3,400 crores. So if you see category wise, you get the data here. So 29,303 crores versus 38,000 or 39,000. We'll see the comparison at the end. Crores in the January. So there's a dip in inflow, but a consecutive 47 month you get a inflow in the equity oriented scheme. So that's a very big number. Now coming to hybrid schemes, 6,804 crores. Hybrid, what is hybrid? Where you have both. exposure to equity as well as debt. That's a hybrid fund. Okay, so not much again discussing about this because there's nothing relevant for us here. Then retirement fund scheme, then other schemes, index funds, ETFs, and all. Index funds, if you see, so overall, if you calculate, that is what the inflow is. That is what we said. It is around 40,000 crore. Is the total inflow. Okay, so gold ETFs have increased significantly. I think 1,980 crores total inflow for gold ETF. That's why you can see the rise in the price of course, these investment are the replica of your price increase. There's nothing much in it. So overall, this is the, uh, inflows for the equity oriented mutual funds as well as the debt as well as we saw the overall figure of 40,000 crore of inflows for this particular month when compared to the last month of January. Now if I see the NFOs are new fund offers which were offered. There were almost 29 schemes offered, and then funds mobilized were around 4,029 crores in just the February month. And if you see where the funds are more, where the number of schemes that are going to higher is on the equity oriented schemes. Of course, you get higher schemes of the openings of 8, and then you go for the index funds. There are more 12 more schemes. Gold ETF there was one, and then there are other 5 ETFs. So overall, 29 schemes were went for NFO and then gathered about 4,029 crores. So this is the Amphi data. Now let's see the comparison month on month. I've made notes for you. Okay, so inflows in equity funds saw a decline considerably to 29,303 crores in February. Against, like I said, it is 39,687 crores in January. So there's a 26% odd decline in the month on month equity mutual funds inflows I'm talking about. Okay. A net inflow in equity fund here hit year low in February. Okay, this is something interesting. SIP dipped to 3-month low, that is around 25,999 crores versus 26,400 crores. So if you see, around 29,000 crores was inflow, 26,000 crore odd came from SIP, which is a 3-month low. Okay, so last month was 26,400 crores. SIP stoppage is around 123%, where people stop their SIPs is around 123%, which is up 109% month on month. You can see the fear of bear market just by looking at these numbers. Okay. Industry AUM fell to 64 lakh crore versus 67 lakh crore month on month. That's because of the M2M losses that they see. So overall, it would not matter much. So 3 lakh crore or decline, considerably reasonable because there was a fall in market. Okay, so number of outflows in equity funds, but dip in the net inflows. Like we said, there's no outflows. That's not number. No outflows in equity funds. We saw that there's an inflow in equity funds. In inflows versus last month, except for the focused funds, which saw a 65% increase. Thematic funds is the highest, and then small cap, mid cap, flexi cap, and all were high. Now, ELSS schemes, it was down 22%, 614 crores versus 797 crores. If we see there, we have the ELSS also. Where's ELSS scheme here in the equity oriented scheme? We go for ELSS. Yeah, 614.70 crores. Yes, correct number. 614 crores versus 797. Now, the reason for this being, generally January, February, and March is a season where ELSS picks up. Equity linked savings schemes, mutual funds. Because there's a no tax deduction for this in the new scheme, people are not more inclined towards ELSS. Why will you invest when there's no deduction? So that is the reason I feel there's a decline in the inflows for the ELSS scheme. Okay, next coming to fourth point, debt mutual fund saw an outflow of 6,525 crores in February versus an inflow of 1.28 lakh crore in January. So you can see the impact as an outflow for the debt mutual fund. Of course, not related to us. A total of 28 new funds were offered. We already saw this point, nothing new in this. Overall, mutual funds attracted over 40,000 crore in the month under review as compared to staggering inflow of 1.87 lakh in the 8 lakh crore in the month of January. So 1.87 was the January, and then 40,000 odd crore in just February. So there's a huge decline. Just because we saw the number of debt mutual funds, there was an inflow of 1.2 crores. So equity must have been around 60,000 odd crores. Now it is about 40,000 odd crores. Equity and hybrid both combined. Okay, so that is with respect to Amphi data. Now stocks related to this are CAMS, your Computer Age Management Services stock, which is the registrar for mutual funds. The AMC stocks, Nippon AMC and HDFC AMC, the listed AMC, these would have been on radar. Of course, they reacted to numbers, but then there's not a much decline in the numbers. I feel, of course, there's a month-on-month decline, but then it's because of the market reaction that happens every time when there's a bear attack. So that's it with respect to these numbers. Hope you like the numbers. You like the content. If you do like the content and if you feel the content is very attractive, it's different from what you find in the other videos, do like this video and also comment down, also share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Thank you all, and then I'll meet you in another video. Of course, there's CPI data coming in from our inflation numbers were good. US numbers were surprisingly very good. Nasdaq is reacting on it. So, take care. Good numbers overall. And of course, this is Bharti Airtel versus Reliance. So there are two, three things. We'll see if I come up with another video. But then that's it for at least this video. Signing back. Jai Hind. Good night. Bye.